Everybody see me?
Hi, I'm Becca and welcome to BrownTales, your behind-the-scenes look at UPS Airlines. Today, we're at Boeing, about 30 miles north of Seattle, Washington in Everett, checking out our brand spanking new 747-8. Let's go inside and check it out. Now we're with Mike Lombardi. Mike is a Boeing historian. Mike, I heard we're in the biggest building on the planet, is that right?
Well, it's the biggest building by volume.
It's almost like it's its own city.
Absolutely, yeah. This is there are 30,000 people that work here, so that's the size of a lot of small cities. It's got its own fire department. We have our own security, police department. There's a store. There's even a coffee shop. I mean, after all, we're near Seattle, so we have to have coffee, right?
So everything's here. There's a ton of people that work here. That makes me think you all have been around for quite some time, right?
Yep. Yeah, as a matter of fact, we've just finished celebrating our centennial year. So just recently, we just turned 101 years old.
101. Well, yeah. UPS is 110. Also founded around in Seattle, Washington. It's almost like we're cousins.
Yeah. Well, good place to start and good cousins. Yeah.
So what are we doing here exactly? What's going on behind us?
Well, this is where we build all our twin-aisle wide-body jets. So the 747, the 767, the 777, and the 787 are all built at this site.
I'm hearing a lot of sevens. Is that a special number?
Oh, yeah. It's been a very lucky number for Boeing.
Speaking of the sevens, we're getting the Dash 8s this fall. We're really excited. Talk us through exactly how that gets put together and out to be in the skies.
This is the place they put them together. So parts come from different places to the factory here. They're made at Boeing or they're made by other manufacturers who supply them to Boeing. They come here in sections, and in the factory we put those sections together, and eventually you have a finished airplane. And then they put the engines on it and they put the interiors in and all that, and then off to the paint shop.
Well, that's a ton of information. I don't even know that we have time to talk about it. Why don't we check in with Tyler right now and find out more?
Wow, thanks Becca. Tyler here. This thing is massive. I'm here with Jeff Haber, a rocket scientist with Boeing. Jeff, what exactly is it you do here?
Well, I hate to tell you, Tyler, I'm not a rocket scientist. If I was, and this is a little tip, rocket scientists, they kind of talk like that. So if you want to pretend to be a rocket scientist, that's a good way to go. I actually work in marketing at Boeing, and it's so great to have UPS here in the birthplace of the 747. The very first 747 was rolled out in 1968, but the 747-8, the version that UPS will get, it weighs, and you said it was massive, it weighs on takeoff almost 1 million pounds. It can carry 300,000 pounds of cargo, and it can fly over 4,000 miles.
It's
thing unbelievable.
Weighs over 1 million pounds.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. In order to design a freighter, we purposely designed it so that you could load cargo through the nose. And so in order to load cargo through the nose, you had to move the flight deck up. And you move the flight deck up, and then to smooth it out aerodynamically, that's where the hump comes from. So that's how the Queen of the Skies got the hump that is recognizable all over the world.
I'm really impressed with everything you guys do here. You guys really got a lot of variety. What I want to know, though, is where are the saucer-shaped planes at?
Can't really talk about that, Tyler. Sorry.
We won't talk about it. Back to you, Becca. We're off camera now, though. You can tell me. Is it?
No, I'm not going to tell you.
We can just walk over there and you just point them out. I mean,
secret building, maybe later.
Oh, well.
Thanks, Tyler. Now we're in the brand new 747-8 flight deck. I'm here with Shannon Decker, proud UPSer. Shannon, what do you do for the Dash 8 project exactly?
I work in the aircraft acquisitions group within the maintenance and engineering district. I think a lot of the excitement specifically from my district is the improved reliability that this fleet will bring us, and in ultimately increasing the deliveries to our customers.
So you're keeping an eye on everybody?
I am following through step-by-step communications each day. And I am one of several reps that come up and work the production line at Boeing, making sure that the aircraft meets our specifications, stays in tune with Boeing and the timelines, and ultimately working towards that delivery.
All right, well, thanks so much for sharing a little bit about it today. I'm super excited. I'm gonna take this thing for a spin. What do you think?
All right, go ahead.
All right.
I've got to get back to work.
We want to thank everyone at Boeing for showing us around today and also for introducing us to our brand new 747-8 Queen of the Skies. We can't wait to see that Queen in brown later this fall. Be sure to keep an eye out for another episode of BrownTales. We'll see you next time. About 30 miles north of Seattle, Washington in Everett. Sorry.